Everyone, it's Chris Grenier here with America Homes, and it's another special Wednesday edition of Coffee with Chris. So we are rolling on what is rare, kind of rainy and cloudy, kind of messy overall Wednesday right before Thanksgiving. So everybody's kind of finishing up their last minute thing so they can take off for a long weekend. As most of you know, Thanksgiving and of course Black Friday, which follows Thanksgiving, are massive holidays here in America. So National Bank Holiday and a 4-day weekend is always a great thing for pretty much anybody. There's been some massive economic news recently in Orlando and Central Florida in general that I've been waiting to tell you guys about. Recently, I've always mentioned the housing market, how good the housing market's doing and this and that, but a lot of other things around the entire city are doing fantastic. Not just Orlando, but Florida and Central Florida in general. One of the big things, obviously, that really has a lot to do with the economy is unemployment. And unemployment in Central Florida has dropped to 5.4%, which is the lowest it's been for pretty much 5 to 10 years. That is a 51 consecutive month decrease in unemployment, which is a fantastic thing. Just to put it into perspective for you, the national average of unemployment is 5.8%. So Central Florida is actually below the national average at 5.4%. Even better news. Another fantastic economic benefit that's happening around the nation right now is the lowering gas prices as well, too. I'm sure most of you have seen the fact that oil has been dropping in value over the past few months rather consecutively and on a regular basis. But now, fortunately, gas prices in America are an average of $2.89 a gallon, which is fantastic because before it was almost $4, $4.50, depending on where you were in the country. And in Orlando specifically, Florida and Central Florida is a little bit cheaper than the national average, again, at $2.81 a gallon, $2.81 a gallon. That's about 75 pence or so a liter, to put it into perspective for you. So with gas prices dropping on a rather consecutive basis now, month after month, for 60 to 70 days now, prices have been kind of lowering penny by penny, and that goes a long ways when it comes to the overall economy, and especially the travel season. Everybody hitting the road for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all the little weekend events in between. So with lower gas prices, it really allows people and manufacturers to ship goods and their family around the nation for a lot cheaper. And last Coffee with Chris segment, which I'm sure that you remember, I was talking about 3 of the big projects that are going on in Orlando. And right now, the Orlando Airport has cleared its $1.1 billion expansion. That is going to obviously have a big ripple effect when it comes to jobs, when it comes to new employment in the area, from not just having to do with the airport in terms of United and Delta and Virgin and British Airways and all that, but all of the hotels and the restaurants and everything else around it, because there's going to be 750,000 more square feet in the Orlando International Airport for retail stores, concession stands, restaurants, fast food stations, and all of that. But it's also going to increase it up to 120 domestic and international gates, which I believe right now it only has about 40 to 50. So that's, when you're almost doubling it and the number of gates available, that's a great thing. But finally, they're going to obviously, with that many more gates, they're going to increase the number of parking spaces, the garages, and as well, they're going to increase the amount of baggage claims and terminals that are necessary to support all of that as well. And I'm going to kind of circle back real quick into the housing market. What would it be without that quick little touch? Orlando foreclosures have dropped for the 21st consecutive month in a row. I think I've said consecutive now about 5 or 6 times, but that's the word of the day. So right now, the foreclosures in Florida are at about 120,000. Now that sounds like a lot, but to put it into a comparison, in 2010, there were over 500,000 foreclosures in Florida alone. So, we're down to about 25% of the amount of foreclosures that were on the market, which obviously, as I've always said, is dwindling away. And that's just naturally rising prices, because once you take all of the kind of the scarred properties off of the books of the banks and you renovate them, whether you tenant occupy them or owner occupy them, it's going to raise all the prices around it, which is always a fantastic thing. So between the foreclosure market looking better, unemployment dropping, all of the expansions happening between the airport and the sports arenas and all the new schools and hospitals, Central Florida is an absolutely booming place right now. And even better yet, you get to travel from one side of the city to the other for a lot less since gas keeps dropping. Well, you guys are going to probably hear from me next week with another breaking news segment of Coffee with Chris. So I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. We're going to go take off, but make sure you stay tuned for a Black Friday special. We have an unbelievable property release coming up that's going to certainly spark your interest, whether you're looking for a holiday home or an investment property. It kind of checks both boxes and has a fantastic deal attached to it as well, too. So I look forward to hearing from you all soon. Have a fantastic day, and I'll speak to you soon.